Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So today is part 2 of what's going to end up being a 3-part April 2021 Dollar Tree haul. So if you guys are Dollar Tree fans like myself, which you probably are if you're watching this video, you know that last weekend, really everything started kicking off. If you follow along on Instagram, everybody's been posting their hauls. It's always a fun time in the, I don't know what you call it, like the Dollar Tree movie community. I don't know what you call us, but people that like shopping at Dollar Tree for movies. There is just a ton of buzz whenever a new wave drops, and that's what has just happened. So admittedly, this has been a little bit more of a frustrating wave for me because it seemed that all of my stores put them out early, so I didn't get anywhere near first dibs on these. I definitely got some of the leftovers, but I still, even with that said, I managed to grab a ridiculous amount of movies, which is why I wanted to break it down into three different haul videos. So I ended up going to like 10 or 11 different Dollar Trees in my area, and then out by my parents' house because I had to go there today. So a bunch of different Dollar Trees. And then fortunately, my buddy was able to find some of the bigger ones I wanted, like some of those Nickelodeon TV seasons, which people were showing. I really wanted those. And he was able to find me a couple of those. So I will have some in my May, I guess it would be my May just movie haul, because I will not receive those until sometime in May, but really excited to get those. So thank you again to Chris, always hooking me up and looking out for me when he's at the dollar store. But yeah, so today I have about 25 movies, 3 books, and like 4 collectibles that I was able to find while I was out shopping, because when I go into the dollar store, I always check the movies, of course, first, so usually electronics, and then I go over to the toys to see if there's any cool collectibles, and of course, I hit up the books. So I have something from all of those 3 categories today, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys. So, like I said, this is going to be part 2, so if you missed part 1, definitely check that out. I posted that sometime last week, and then part 3 will be coming in 2 days from now. So if you're watching this on release day, you won't have to wait long for part 3, which is always a good thing. So tons of movies to talk about again today, so let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into part 2 of my April Dollar Tree haul. So I'll start with the collectibles, and these I thought were pretty cool. So I know we talked before, and it was stated that these were cake toppers, but these ones are a little bit different. These are actually paperweights, and it says so right on them, but they're like busts. They are Marvel busts. So the first one is Spider-Man, and you can see it's just a bust of Spider-Man, which I think is really cool. And you can see right on here it says paperweight. So that's how I know that these are paperweights, and you can see kind of the weight at the bottom there. They're not super heavy, so I'm not going to be using them as a paperweight, of course, but yeah, I thought these looked really cool, so I wanted to grab them. So first up is Spider-Man. You can see it has its different logo there, and then I got 3 more, which are all from the Avengers. We have Hulk, Iron Man, and Captain America. So I think these things are really cool. They're going to look perfect up on my 4K shelves with all of my other collectibles up there. So really excited that I was able to find these. And I've been to, like I said, about 10 stores, and every single store, these are the only ones they have. So I'm guessing there's no Thor, for example. I'm guessing these are the only Avengers that they're going to have in this line. But I think these are pretty darn cool for the cheap price that they are for $1. So yeah, I think these are awesome collectibles. So there's these 3 Avengers, and then if I can get Spider-Man up here as well. So just 4 busts from the Marvel line. So I thought this was perfect. Love to have stuff like this, so I'm really excited I was able to find these. And I do actually have a couple more collectibles that I will show in my part 3 video, but they are a little bit different than this, but they're still pretty cool. So yeah, those are the collectibles I was able to find this time around. So now let's move over to the books. I don't know about at your stores, but at a lot of my stores, the movies are actually mixed in a bin that was like half books and half movies. So a lot of them got a lot of new books, which is always exciting for me because those are 2 things I love, of course. So the first one I grabbed is called The Witching Hour, Book 1. This is The Vampire Knife, and written by Jack Henselite. So this is book 1 of a middle grade series, which you guys know I love. So it just looks like something that'll be right up my alley. I guess like the kids are near Transylvania, or these woods in Transylvania. And so then it's just going to set off. It's going to be magic and, vampires and things like that. So this one should be a lot of fun. Happy to find this one. The Witching Hours, book 1, The Vampire Knife, written by Jack Henselite, I'm going to go with there. That could be completely wrong, but that's the first book I ended up grabbing. Middle grade and media tie-in, you guys know I love both of them, and this one falls into that media tie-in genre. So this is a book based off of Quantum Break, which is a video game. This is Quantum Break Zero State, and this one is written by Cam Rogers. So I don't really know where this falls in the game timeline at all, because honestly, I've never even played the game yet. I do have it. I think it was like either a PS Plus or a Games with Gold game. So I do have the game, I know, digitally. Frankly, I might even have it in the physical form as well. But yeah, I was really excited when this game came out, but then I just never got around to it. I know it got kind of mixed reviews a little bit when it came out, but I think the overall, like looking back, I think it's looked back on pretty fondly at this point. So yeah, I am interested in checking this one out. I don't know when I'll get to the book because I want to play the game first, or I guess I need to see if the book came first or the video game came first, but I'm guessing this is a either a prequel to the game or it's going to be a direct sequel. But either way, this one should be pretty cool. And this is a big chunky one too for a media tie-in. This one is just over 440 pages, so a pretty good length. So Quantum Break Zero State by Cam Rogers. You guys know I love finding not only middle grade but media tie-ins when it comes to the dollar store, so very happy to add this one to the collection. And the last book, this is the only one I found of this, and it's actually a graphic novel, and it looks like just over the top and ridiculous, but this is called Capstone, written by Liam Sharp and Christina McCormick. So this is Captain Stone is Missing is what it says. You can see on the side here that it doesn't have a volume number, and it's from Titan Comics. Now, I have no idea what Titan Comics is at all, but when I opened it up, it looked like there were some words about what it was. Maybe this is it, what I was talking about. Yeah, so it looks like Captain Stone is like the only superhero in this world. Oh yeah, the world's first and only superhero has disappeared. That's the tagline on the back there. So the art actually looks pretty darn good for this, which I was kind of surprised. I didn't expect it to. This actually kind of looks like a little Frank Miller-esque there, which is interesting. A lot of this does, actually. Which I guess I'm saying that because I just read Dark Knight Returns, so it kind of reminds me of that. But yeah, I don't know. It looks interesting, and frankly, I know nothing of Titan Comics. I've never heard of it before, so if you guys know what that is, if they have any other major titles, let me know down in the comments below. I'd appreciate it. But yeah, this one looks pretty cool for what it is. So for $1, normally it's marked at $24.99, so that's a pretty good steal. And like I said, I only saw this at one Dollar Tree and nowhere else, so I was happy to grab it. So Capstone, written by Liam Sharp and Christina McCormick. Let me know if you guys know anything about this. But that is going to do it for all the books. So now let's get over first to the DVDs, and then we'll hit up the Blu-rays. I bet you guys thought I was done buying those Viva Media kids cartoons, but oh no. There was a couple more here that looked really interesting. This one is Mission to the Moon, and this one just has a really great art style. It reminds me of something like Wallace and Gromit with that like claymation, I guess it is. It looks awesome. So this one I'm actually really excited about, and this one is from 2018. So Mission to the Moon, and then let's just keep going with these because they're all kind of similar. Next up is Gataro, the movie. So this one reminded me of something like Garfield. Like you can see the art style there. I guess like this cat falls in love with another cat and then things kind of take off from there. This one is from 2010. So this one's a little bit older than some of the other ones. But yeah, this one just looked really cute. I like the art style on that as well. And then the last one from this Viva, whatever it is, Viva Pictures is what it looks like. Kids line. This one looks right up my alley. Lewis and the Aliens. So extraterrestrial, extra trouble. This looks really fun too. This reminds me of whatever that Jimmy Neutron. It reminds me of something like that. So I'm sure that's what this will kind of be akin to. But this one is from 2018. So yeah, I grabbed 3 more, and I think that's all of them. But I grabbed 3 more of these Viva Kids, and I think that is everything. I don't think I have any more in my next haul either. So yeah, I figured why not? Like these look fun. The art style looks pretty good on these. And again, if nothing, worst case scenario, even if they're terrible, I guarantee you my daughter will get a kick out of them when she gets old enough to watch them. So yeah, I think these are cool to add for $1. So Lewis and the Aliens, Mission to the Moon, and Gataro, the movie. So 3 Viva Kid movies that are of the animated variety. Sticking with movies aimed at a younger audience, this one is actually a Nickelodeon film, I guess, but it's called Tiny Christmas, and it has Riley Downs and Lizzie Green in it, who frankly I don't recognize, but you might. But yeah, this is a Christmas movie. We love Christmas movies in this house, so why not pick it up? And it looks like a Christmas movie meets like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, something like that, because they end up getting shrunk down for some reason, and then they have to kind of get their way back to normal size. So it it looks really cute. It's a Nickelodeon film. Sometimes those are pretty good. So we'll check this one out. I imagine that some people have actually already seen this one, and if you have, let me know if it's any good or not. But this one is from 2018. So yeah, hopefully it's pretty decent. Tiny Christmas from 2018. This next one is one I would have really liked to have gotten on Blu-ray, but I couldn't find it, so I decided just to pick up the DVD. But this is Hot Pursuit from 2015, and it has the wonderful Sofia Vergara, which I always butcher that last name, and then Reese Witherspoon in it as well. Reese Witherspoon plays this like uptight cop who is transferring this federal witness across the country or whatever it is, and they get into a bunch of hijinks on the way. So I know this one probably isn't loved by a lot of people, but I tend to enjoy comedies more so than maybe some people do, just because it doesn't take a lot for me to laugh. So I tend to like stupid movies like this, so I'll probably get a kick out of this one. I'm hoping, at least. So Hot Pursuit from 2015. This one looks pretty good. This is a really cool find. Another one I would love to have on Blu-ray, and frankly someday I'll probably upgrade to it, but this is Green Inferno First Flight. So this one is part of the DC animated universe, as you can see with the logo on the top there. And it's actually a 2-disc special edition, so that's interesting. There's 2.5 hours of extras listed back there. That's impressive. For $1? Heck yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, very excited to watch this. I frankly, I just don't know very much about Green Lantern at all. I've seen the movie with, what's his name? Oh my gosh, the Green Lantern movie. Ryan Reynolds. Oh my gosh, that took me forever. Deadpool. So I enjoyed it. I know everybody hates that movie, but I actually enjoyed it. So I'm hoping I'll like this one as well and give me a little bit more information on the character. Now, unrelated to the movie, if you guys have any runs of Green Lantern that you would recommend to me to get a really good understanding of the character, please let me know down below, because I read one by Grant Morrison, I think at either the beginning of this year or end of last year, and I did not like that one at all. But honestly, like, my relationship with Grant Morrison is not the best. I find him super confusing to read, so I have not enjoyed a ton that I've read from him. So Green Lantern was no different in that regard, but the art was beautiful. But if you guys know of any great Green Lantern arcs, please let me know down in the comments below, because I would love to pick up some comics based on Green Lantern, because I've just been reading Slugfest. I actually just finished it today, and I'm in the comic book mood now, so recommend me some great ones down below. But anyway, that tangent aside, this is Green Lantern First Flight, and I'm excited to have it in the collection. I think I showed in part 1 that I picked up the Red vs. Blue Season 11 Blu-ray. Well, they also had this DVD, and this is the best of Red vs. Blue, or I guess it's called the best Red vs. Blue DVD ever of all time. So I guess it's just like a best of DVD where the fans picked the best episodes. I don't know how many, I guess, but it's only 149 minutes, so I guess there's quite a few episodes on here. But yeah, this one hopefully will get me caught back, give me a little frame of reference, I guess, for season 11 if I ever decide to watch that one. But yeah, interested in checking this out more, just because this is such a like fabled series from my youth. I want to check it out and see if it's any good or not, and this is a great way to do that. So the best Red vs. Blue DVD ever of all time. This next one has an excellent cast on it, so I had to pick it up, but it's Zach Braff, Amanda Peet, Jason Bateman, Amy Adams, Mia Farrow, like the list goes on. So it has an amazing cast, so I definitely want to check it out. This is called The X from 2006, and I believe it's a love triangle story of sorts. I think these two are married, and so he's going to try to take her from him. I don't know exactly, but it looks really interesting. So yeah, excited to add this one to the collection just because of that cast. I imagine I'm going to have a good time with it. So The X from 2006. On the complete opposite side of the spectrum here, this is called In the Fade, and this one was released in 2017. So this one is based on true events, and I guess the main character here, she loses her family in a terrorist attack, and then she is trying to basically cope with that loss and go through the trial, figure out who did it, things like that. So this one sounds pretty powerful, and I'm really interested in checking this out. The performance by Diane Kruger is supposed to be excellent in this, so yeah, really excited to check this one out. If you guys have seen this one, let me know, because I think this one looks really cool. In the Fade from 2017, another one I'm happy to have in the collection. This next one hits really close to home because it is about the Flint water crisis. This is also from 2017. This is called simply Flint. And of course, it is inspired by true story of the Flint water crisis, which is just about, hour and a half north of me here. So yeah, it has an excellent cast on this one as well, led by Queen Latifah, it looks like, which, yes, I'm here for. So yeah, I'm very interested in seeing how this one plays out compared to how the real story happened. Of course, this is about a city whose water was contaminated for a while, and nobody did anything to correct it, and it caused a bunch of problems. And the citizens were lied to, saying that the water was cleaned up, and it really wasn't. So yeah, this is very interesting to me because, again, it's so close to home, and it was such a big deal here. So, and frankly, around the world too, because I think like Obama came and visited Flint at one point, or either talked about, I don't remember exactly, but I know it was a big deal. So I'm really excited to check this one out. Flint from 2017, another one inspired by a true story. You gotta love the Dollar Tree movies when they have the 2 bonus movies included with it, and that's the case here. This is 12 Feet Deep with the 2 bonus movies up there. We have The Longest Swim and Keepsake. So let's see, the 12 Feet Deep is from 2016, and then Longest Swim is from 2013, and finally Keepsake. Well, I don't know what your Keepsake is from because it doesn't say. But yeah, so yeah, the reason I wanted this one is for the main movie here, 12 Feet Deep. Basically, these two, either a daughter and a mom, or these 2 women, whatever the case is, they get stuck, they get trapped underneath like the lid of an Olympic-sized swimming pool for the weekend, and there's no way out. So that sounds ridiculous and sounds like something I would totally enjoy. I watched a few movies like this recently, so this one is going in the rotation very quickly here. Cannot wait to see this one and see if it is as ridiculous as it sounds. So 12 Feet Deep from, what I say, 2016, I think. And then The Longest Swim and Keepsake to go along with it. So always like when you get a couple bonus movies. The coolest slipcover of the day has to go to this one. This is Dirty Lies, and this one was released in 2016. So this is like an action thriller movie, I guess, and it's actually produced by the director of Twilight. So that's a selling point on the back of the box here, as you can see, which is a little bit crazy to me. But I think this was the one, yeah, this is the one that has Scout Taylor Compton in it, who I really love. So I'm excited to see how this one is. Scout Taylor Compton, you probably know from the Rob Zombie Halloween remake. Yeah, so I'm interested to see if this one's any good or not. And I don't know, but it almost looks like it's in black and white, maybe, possibly, potentially. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see how this one is. It looks really cool and has a really nice slipcover, if nothing else. So yeah, Dirty Lies from, what I say, 2016 with Scout Taylor Compton, which is really the only reason I picked it up. Oh, and of course, this amazing slipcover. We have another one with a couple bonus movies again. So the main movie is Pimped, and then the 2 bonus movies we have at top, which Pimped is about sex trafficking, it sounds like. This girl's going to go out on a date with this guy, and it turns into something like that. And then we have Riot, as you can see up here. And then there is Executive Target, which just sounds ridiculous. Like, so there's a high-stakes attack on the president's motorcade, and then they bring in professional stunt driver Nick James in order to like help retrieve his kidnapped wife or something. Like, it sounds absolutely bonkers. So of course I had to pick this one up. So another 3 movie set here. We have Pimped, Riot, and Executive Target, which they have like nothing in common with each other, but hey, it's always cool to get those bonus movies, right? This next one is pretty cool because I have like no stand-up movies, or no stand-up specials, I guess they'd be, in my collection at all. But this is Patton Oswalt, and this is called Finest Hour from 2011. So this one is pretty short. It's like 67 minutes long, so it should be pretty easy to watch. And again, I tend to laugh pretty easily, so I like a lot of comedians, but I've never sat and watched a Patton Oswalt special before. But it's actually funny because I actually just started watching I'll Be Gone in the Dark, which was basically a docuseries based on the book written by Michelle McNamara about the Golden State Killer. Michelle McNamara was married to Patton Oswalt before she passed away a couple years ago, or a few years ago now. And so I was watching him on my screen last night, having just picked this up earlier in the day. So it was very serendipitous. But yeah, Patton Oswalt is someone who I've always enjoyed in King of Queens. That's really my the extent of my knowledge of him. But yeah, I'm excited to learn more. So Patton Oswalt's Finest Hour from 2011. I know this one is from an older wave, as a handful of these have been, I'm sure, but I've always heard good things about this. This is called Thumbsucker from 2005, and it sounds like it's more like a teenage coming-of-age story. Our main character still sucks his thumb even though he's in high school, so he agrees to let his orthodontist try to break him of his habit using hypnosis, but then he ends up turning to drugs and other things in order to become normal. So looks really interesting, has an excellent cast. Tilda Swinton is in this, Vincent D'Onofrio, Vince Vaughn, Keanu Reeves. It has an excellent cast, so hopefully this one will live up to what I've heard about it over the years. So really excited to check this one out. Thumbsucker from 2005. The last DVD I grabbed is from 2019, and I'm just realizing that it's actually a Shout title, so that's cool. But this is a Scott Adkins film called Abduction, which it sounds just like a generic action movie, and so I wasn't going to pick it up. But then if you look at the back, it actually looks like there's some sci-fi elements in here too, which I'm down for. So yeah, this one sounds pretty interesting. This pulse-pounding thriller pits two strangers against a nefarious alien force with the future of mankind hanging in the balance. I mean, if that doesn't scream me, then you've not been watching this channel long enough. So that sounds awesome. So Abduction from 2019, another Shout Factory title for the collection. So that's the last DVD I grabbed. So now let's jump over to the Blu-rays. So the first four I'm going to show together, and I'm not proud of it, but I picked them up because I see these every single time I'm at the Dollar Tree, and I never grabbed one, but I wanted to see what they were all about. So I didn't just grab one, of course, I grabbed four. So I don't know. I love sports, so maybe I'll watch these. This is the World Championship, World Series champions, Houston Astros from 2017, the Boston Red Sox from 2018, and then the Washington Nationals from 2019, and then the Super Bowl champions for the New Orleans Saints. So I am interested to see what these will actually have on them. A lot of these have season highlights, and then they have the clinching moments from the last games. Yeah, and then a bunch of special features too. So I don't know. We'll see if these are anything that I'm interested in continuing to collect. I don't think so, but I don't know. I decided, you know what? Give it a shot. Really, I think the reason I got these is because I've been a little bit obsessed with MLB 21, the show. And so I've been playing a lot of baseball. So I was like, you know what? Just grab them, see what it's about. And what's interesting, though, is they have the Houston Astros one in here, too, which, of course, is now in that embedded or known for the cheating scandal that went on. So, I don't know. It'd just be interesting to look back at these and see, what's going on. I would love to get the one with the Cubs, which I did find on DVD, but not on Blu-ray. So, I was holding off. I'm hoping at some point I'll find it on the Blu-ray. But, yeah. Anyway, I grabbed these four for some reason. Again, I love sports. That's my justification. And that's all I got. It's so disappointing because I'm already certain that this is just going to be garbage, but I had to check it out. Ron Perlman, William Shatner, Julianne Hough. That's an awesome voice cast, but this is the steam engines of Oz. So apparently this is based on a graphic novel of the same name, but it's essentially a steampunk retelling of The Wizard of Oz. That sounds ridiculous. So, of course, I had to check it out. Yeah, so I don't know. It looks interesting enough. I don't love the art style, if I'm being honest. But, again, that voice cast, I have to see just how can this be bad? Well, we're going to find out, I'm sure. So, yeah, very interested in checking this one out. The Steam Engines of Oz. And I believe this one is, 2018. So, we'll see if this one's any good or not. Speaking of the wonderful Ron Perlman, he is also in this one, along with Dolph Lundgren and Tony Jaa. Now, this looks awesome. This is called Skin Trade and has this really good slipcover with it, which I say really good, but look at this. This isn't a sticker. That's embedded in it. And then if you open it, it's also on the cover itself. Who thought this was a good idea to have this voodoo look that looks like a sticker, this voodoo tag on here? That's terrible. Keep them a sticker so I can get rid of them. But anyway, this is called Skin Trade. And basically, Dolph Lundgren's character is chasing down Ron Perlman, who is a human trafficker, and trying to get revenge for one reason or another. So awesome cast. This one will probably be pretty fun. This is another Magnet release title, so I know these are all hit and miss, but hopefully this one will be a hit. Looks really cool. Skin Trade with just an awesome cast, and this one was released in 2015, so hopefully this one will be better than I'm expecting, I guess I'll say. All right, so a couple of like bigger name titles here. So this one is a movie that I've wanted to see for quite a long time. I've heard really good things about it. It's actually, I think it got nominated for an Academy Award or maybe for Best Actress. But this is The Reader. It has Kate Winslet, Ralph Fiennes. Supposed to be pretty good. It's supposed to be like I don't know, like an erotic thriller of sorts. So we'll see if this one is as good as I have heard it is. So very interested in checking this one out. And this one was released in 2008. So yeah, excited for this one. The Reader from 2008. This next one is another one with an awesome cast, and it's a comedy that I've been wanting to see since I've heard about it. It's from 2017. This is called Rough Night with, as you can see, ScarJo's in here, Kate McKinnon, Jillian Bell. Like, it has an awesome cast. So basically, these 5 girls are reuniting. They were all college best friends. They're reuniting after 10 years for a night out in Miami, and then just things kind of go crazy from there. It almost looks like a sort of like a female version of The Hangover, if you will, where not that women can't enjoy one or men can't enjoy the other. It's just the leads in this. In Hangover, it's all guys, and here it's all girls. So this one looks pretty cool. I'm really excited to check this one out. Rough Night from 2017. This is the last Blu-ray I picked up, but this is probably the coolest one just because it is a Drafthouse Films Blu-ray for $1. That's ridiculous. This is called Amira and Sam. So admittedly, I'd never heard of this film before, but it looks like a really interesting kind of romantic comedy, romantic adventure of sorts. And it's from Drafthouse Films. You guys can see the logo on the side there. So yeah, this is a really good packaging with this one. It has a reversible cover art here. If I can get it out real quick. You can see there, which is always fun. Like, this is a really cool dollar store find. It has a free digital copy, has a booklet with it. Now, mind you, it's not quite a Criterion booklet, but hey, it's still a booklet, so that's really cool. Yeah, so this just is an awesome find. Probably like the coolest of the finds, and I think I actually have another one from Drafthouse that I'm going to talk about in my next haul, the next part of this haul. But yeah, this looks really cool. So Amira and Sam, and again, if you guys know about this one, let me know down below. It looks like one of those independent romantic comedies, romantic adventures of sorts. So looks right like something I'd probably enjoy. So very excited to check out Amira and Sam, and this one is from 2014. Drafthouse Films. That's crazy. So that is the last of the movies that I picked up today. All right, and there it is. Most of the... Oh, no, wow, it's still going. Most of the movies from part 2 of what will be my 3-part Dollar Tree haul. Let me know how you guys have been faring. Did you get any more over the weekend? Let me know those down below. And also, let me know where to start with these. Is there any here that you think I should put toward the top of the list? Let me know down in the comments below. You guys always give me some great recommendations, and I love having more of a conversation with you guys down there. So thank you for leaving those comments. As always, if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a like down below and consider subscribing to Cinefessions here on YouTube. Like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media, be it books, movies, collectibles, video games, manga. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. And it was interesting, I was looking at my part 1 stats, and it's like 80% of the people that were watching that video were not subscribed to my channel. So if you guys are so inclined, I would really appreciate it as I'm marching toward that coveted 1,000 subscriber mark. I would really appreciate your support. But hey, that is going to do it for today, guys. So I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.